into a house. When I stepped into that house, I realized that that house was owned by a Jewish family, the man and the wife and their children. And immediately when I stepped into that house, a day went by. And in the morning, towards in the morning, I heard weeping in the house. The man and the wife, they were weeping bitterly. When I heard them cry, I stood up to see what was happening. And it was given to me to understand that they were weeping because that same day, a son was taken from them. So they were weeping because the reason for their weeping was because that same moment, that day, a son was taken to them from them. Means by death. Means death came to them and took away a son from them. So I understood that it was a general weeping day for the Jewish. Secondly, we need to pay attention on the Jews and the weeping which they wept bitterly because of their son which were killed. And that same day was the particular day that those sons or daughters were killed. So they were mourning. We should pay attention on the Jews and the mourning which they were mourning. That is the same. Watch the video of yesterday, the 24th of April, and the one I made briefly today at 11 o'clock, the siren that was blown for 2 minutes for the national Israeli National Day. I want you to listen so that you should have you should feel, not only hear me talking about it, you should feel the presence as I am here, what God is doing here. So there are things which was happening in Israel which were a signs to them and to the Gentile nation. The same is today, because I have no idea about Israel mourning or a day of remembrance for dead soldier. I have no idea, but God knows, and He brought me to the same time to witness it, not only to see the prophecy by vision, but also to witness the experience of it and to know that He is the living God, and what He has determined to do, He will do. So God that we serve is an awesome God. So brothers and sisters, watch these short videos of the 24th, which was yesterday, and the 25th, which was today, about the siren, and watch the video that I posted in January so that you may understand detailedly what is about to befall Israel and the world. Remember, Israel and the world, because what will happen here in Israel, it will affect the whole world, because this land which I'm standing on is God's heart, God's seat on earth. So when things three things I'll advise each and every one of you to do is to watch the video on January about flooding, Jews weeping, and a beast rising from the sea, and a great sign in the heaven. That's the title in brief. If you check January, you are going to see it there. And look at the book of Amos chapter 8. Together with this video, you are going to understand in a nutshell what the Lord is saying. The Lord confirmed His word in many ways so that we may believe what He's saying. The third thing we need to pay attention is the manna which appears in the heavens. that flows away. And fourthly, we need to pay attention on the trumpet that sounds up to a minute, which an angel was blowing. And lastly, which is the fifth thing, we should pay attention on the two dreadful beasts that came out of the sea. The weeping was bitterly, they wept severely. So when I heard this weeping,